Greetings from South Korea. I am Arirang, Arirang News AI anchor. Here is the news making headlines today. Pakistan's capital, Islamabad, prepares to host critical talks between the United States and Iran. According to foreign media correspondents in the region, security has been tightened across the city. The White House has confirmed that a U.S. delegation led by Vice President J.D. Vance is scheduled to arrive on Friday evening. However, uncertainty looms over whether the Iranian delegation will arrive on time. If the talks do proceed on Saturday as planned, the two countries are expected to discuss a 10-point plan from Iran demanding control over the Strait of Hormuz and the lifting of sanctions, as well as a separate 15-point proposal from the U.S., including a demand to end uranium enrichment. The Bank of Korea has held its benchmark interest rate steady at 2.5%. The decision, the seventh straight freeze, was announced this morning as the central bank faces a complex policy dilemma, exacerbated by the situation in the Middle East since late February. Rate cuts remain off the table due to renewed inflationary pressures and foreign exchange instability. South Korea's consumer prices rose 2.2% on-year in March, while the Korean won also remains volatile, having weakened to the 1,521 range against the US dollar recently before rebounding to the 1,481 level. Today's meeting marks Governor Ri Chang-yong's final rate-setting session before his term expires on April 20th. President Lee Jae-myung says he hopes to find practical measures to resolve cases where the current Fixed-Term Employment Act is being abused. This came as he met with the country's major confederation of labor unions on Friday at the Blue House. The president was critical of the misuse of the law that deems fixed-term contract workers hired as permanent term workers when they are hired for more than 2 years. He was referring to cases where employers only hire employees whose contract period does not exceed 2 years. He said it does not serve the purpose of the law, which was designed to protect fixed-term employees. President Lee Jae-myung will hold a summit next Monday with Polish Prime Minister Donald Tusk. In a written briefing this morning, senior Blue House spokesperson Kang Yoo-jung said that Tusk will make a 2-day official visit to South Korea starting Sunday, at Lee's invitation. The talks are expected to focus on strengthening South Korea and Poland's strategic partnership in areas including defense and high-tech industries. The two leaders are also set to discuss global issues, including the situation in the Middle East. The summit will be followed by a joint press statement and an official lunch. Seoul on Thursday protested Tokyo's latest claim that the Korean islets of Dokdo are Japanese territory. The Ministry of Foreign Affairs said Kim Sang-hun, Director General for Asian and Pacific Affairs, summoned the Japanese embassy's Deputy Chief of Mission Hirotaka Matsuo to convey Seoul's protest. As he entered the building, Matsuo did not respond to reporters' questions, including why Japan claims Dokdo as its territory while describing South Korea as an important neighbor in the diplomatic blue book, and whether Tokyo intends to withdraw the claim. Japan's 2026 diplomatic blue book, released on Friday, repeated its unfounded claim that Dokdo is an inherent part of Japan's territory, both in light of historical facts and under international law. Spokesperson Bae said unjust claims by Japan have no effect whatsoever on Korea's sovereignty over Dokdo, and that Seoul will respond firmly to any provocations by Japan regarding the islets. That is all from me today. Thank you for watching.